Removing the rear window in the S-Class. First, remove the interior C-pillar trim. Unscrew the mounting nut under the airbag badge. Slightly loosen the edge guard and pry out the rear roller blind guide. The mounting bolt at the upper corner of the CU column trim is now accessible. Remove it carefully. The window bag unit is concealed behind the trim. Take off the interior C column trim. Detach the rear window contacts on the left and right. Open the trunk and pry out the expansion rivets on the left side of the water drain canal. Take off the plastic channel. Use the cutting wire from the rollout system. Important: risk of cut injury. Always wear the supplied gloves when working with the cutting wire. Insert the end of the wire through a small opening at one corner of the rear window or tape it down. Mask the painted part of the C-pillar with adhesive tape to protect the paintwork. Slide the cutting wire between the window and body carefully, ensuring it lies under the outer seal at all points. The wire will later cut the seal bead that bonds the rear window to the frame. Insert the wire very carefully to avoid any residual risk of window damage. Once the wire is placed around the entire window, affix the other end of the wire with tape to prevent slipping. Take the long awl from the roll-out system and push it through the seal and under the window to the outside. Insert both ends of the wire through the eyelet and bend the ends back to prevent slipping. Pull the awl and wire ends under the window into the interior compartment. Pull the wire taut until it rests flat across the entire adhesive bead. Approximately 1 meter of both wire ends should project into the interior compartment. Cut off the excess. Use a hook to pull the inner rubber profile out from under the window. You will need the rollout system for the next steps. Take all the required parts into the interior compartment. One of the windlasses has two wire reels and can be used for smaller windows that do not have enough room for two windlasses for both wire ends. Attach a windlass to the center of the window. Secure the windlass to the glass by pressing the suction cups and pushing down on the levers. Insert the end of the wire, placed along the lower edge of the window, into the eyelet of the windlass. Manually wind the cutting wire so it won't come loose from the reel. Insert a reversible ratchet into the reel and tighten the cutting wire. Protect the rear shelf and interior trim using the supplied plexiglass plate. Place the plexiglass plate between the wire and rear shelf. Slowly reel up the cutting wire. The seal bead between the window and body will be cut. Reposition the windlass when the wire is at a right angle to it. Turn the windlass 90 degrees and set it on the right edge of the window. Pull the taut wire around the right lower corner of the rear window. Repeat the same steps on the other side. Tighten the windlass at a right angle to the left edge of the window. Wind the wire onto the reel. If the wire was pulled over the body flange, use the supplied parabolic chisel to guide it. Make sure not to damage the rear window heater contacts. Lift the cable over the wire. Cut the seal bead up to the upper center point. Work your way forward on both sides up to this point. Tighten the cutting wire until it comes completely out of the seal. The antenna contacts above the rear window will be severed. Remove the rear window glass. You can reuse the window if it's not damaged, but you'll need to replace the antenna module contacts that were destroyed.